Hey guys, it's Aussie Reptiles here. Now today I'm doing another reviewing of an Exo Terra product. Today I'm doing the snails. So I got asked on a question before by Josh whether they are dead or not, and I can confirm Exo Terra told me that they are dead, and Josh, you weren't actually the first person to ask, so obviously a lot of people asked that question. But basically, so the snails come in this little can, and what it says is they're de-shelled snails, and then it says it in 2 other languages. Okay, so then on the back of the can here, it says the feeding guide. Feed 1 or 2 snails as a part of a diet or a treat. Discard any uneaten portions after 24 hours. So if I open up this, put it on the food dish. If they don't eat it within 24 hours, I better take it out. And then it says tip, Exo Terra snails are ideal for the use with the Exo Terra Vivicator vibrating feeding dish. Feeding dish. So what that is, it's like a food dish, and it has a little mechanism underneath it so it vibrates. So you can put dead crickets on it, dead snails, and it makes them think it's alive. And I have a tub here. This tub here houses my holdback blue tongues for this year. Here is one of my little baby blue tongues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack the can open. Let's have a look what's inside, and I'm going to put a few down on the food dish and see if the babies eat it. So it has this little lid and has the can lid. So obviously if you were to take this off, then you can put the lid back on there and store it in the fridge. Alright, so let's crack it open and see how they look. They don't look appetizing. Ooh, and they smell a little bit odd. But I will say, I don't want to tip them out, but they are a pretty perfect size for these little baby lizards. So this is my portion dish. It's just a lid off a Tupperware thing. I don't have a spoon or anything, so I'm just going to tip some on the plate. Okay, so you get a lot of snails, I will say that. Okay, now I'll pick up the camera again, put the dish in there and see if the lizards eat them. So let's get straight into that. Okay, so this is the can once it's opened. And obviously you can see there's a bunch of snails in there. And this is my portion plate. And I've put, I don't know, probably let's say 20 snails onto the plate, and we'll chuck it in with them and see if they eat. Obviously they're not going to run to it straight away, so I'm going to give them a helping hand, pull them out and bring them to the plate. But yeah, let's actually see if they will eat the snails. So as you can see here, my 2 of the 3 lizards are actually starting to eat the snails, while the other one is just sitting there pretty much staring at them and watching the other ones get eaten. But yeah, as I said, these are like little snails, and they're perfect, they're absolutely perfect size for the small mouths of these baby lizards. So already I'm highly recommending them. Here I see if this guy will eat, but he didn't really seem too interested. But the other 2 absolutely polish off this plate. So, as we just saw, my little baby blue tongues absolutely destroyed it. They're about 3 to 4 weeks old now, and they're loving it. I can see it now, they're all still eating, and I'd say I put about 20 snails. They're quite small snails, so you get a lot in there. And I put about 20 on that plate, I'd say, and they're pretty much all gone, and that was a perfect portion. And but now to put it to the real test, we're going to put it on some juvenile blue tongues, and we'll try and feed it to an adult blue tongue and see if all the different sizes and ages eat them. Obviously they're perfect for these baby ones, they don't have shells, and they're perfect little sizes, but let's see if the other sizes and ages will eat them too. Alright, so I've got my trusty dusty spoon this time, so I don't have to use my fingers. I'm going to chuck a few snails on another little dish here, and this is my juvenile tank. It's got 2 blotched cross eastern blue tongues in it, an eastern and a hypermelanistic, and we'll see if any of them come out to eat this. So as you can see here, we've got one of the blotchies and one of the easterns. They've come out and they are absolutely destroying the snails pretty much instantly. They must have smelt them, came out of the hide, and have come straight to eat straight away. So now we have all 3 at the plate, and they're all eating. And as you can see, I've chucked some cat food in here, because obviously I feed cat food, and I've pretty much garnished the cat food with a few snails as well. So the snails were an absolute hit with these guys. They polished off the plate, and as you can see, I've put some of the cat food in there, and I've garnished it with the snails as well, but they absolutely destroyed the snails. So far, babies eat it, juveniles eat it, let's feed one of my adults and see how she goes with it. So I originally tried feeding this girl, but she didn't seem interested, so we're going to throw it in here with the female that recently just popped out a few babies for me. So now we're just waiting to see if she'll actually pick up one and eat it. She seems very interested, and she's sniffing one now. Let's see if she picks it up and eats it. There we go. Alright, big hit from her. Now suddenly this girl seemed interested in some snails, so I've thrown a few in there. We'll set up a time lapse and see if she eats them. As you can see, she seems very interested, and there she goes. So let's see if she will eat the rest. So, I don't know about you, but I'd call that pretty successful. She polished off her plate. The one that popped out all the babies is still up here eating the snails. Now with her, I had a bit of a hard time trying to get her to eat cat food and so on again. Like yesterday she ate a little bit of cat food, but not much. She's basically just wanted to sleep after she's popped out all the 14 babies that I had. But the snails, she's sitting there eating the whole lot. So definitely are a great product. Exo Terra, thank you for sending them to me. The girl, she's very skinny, as I said, because she's popped out babies. Hopefully the snails fatten her up again. And I'll start mixing them in with cat food so the snails attract her and she gets the protein and the fatness from the cat food as well, so that's perfect. Okay guys, so that basically concludes that. Obviously the snails, I can now 100% say they are definitely worth buying. Everything from my babies to my juveniles to my adult blue tongues absolutely destroyed them. There's no snails left on that little tray I put in with the babies. The juveniles absolutely destroyed it, and as you can see, that adult blue tongue absolutely munched through them. So yeah, they come in little cans. I'd say, I mean obviously I don't know how many are in there, but I'd say probably maybe close to 100 snails, even more. They're quite small, so they're perfect for babies, and then obviously when you get to the adult size you're just going to have to chuck a little bit more on the plate. Or you could do what I did. Obviously I feed blue tongues cat food. I just garnished the cat food with a few snails. So yeah, I definitely recommend those snails. Once again, thank you Exo Terra for sending them to me. I'll leave the link to Exo Terra Australia's Facebook page in the description below. Definitely go check that out and give it a like if you haven't already. That's if you have Facebook. Yeah, as you can see, all the blue tongues ate it. They absolutely love it. And yeah, once again, definitely would recommend them. Obviously, so far with the 2 reviews I've done, I haven't had anything bad to say. That's because I just love the Exo Terra products so much. And obviously, the snails worked. If my lizards didn't eat the snails, I mean, I obviously wouldn't be able to like say that, oh, this is great. But obviously that depends. Like my lizards may not eat them, and someone else's may, or other way around. Like mine ate them, but that doesn't mean everyone's will. But I'm pretty sure, because blue tongues just naturally love snails. There's a bug. Yeah, in Australia, we've pretty much just got the blue tongues that really eat snails. Obviously, I reckon the bearded dragons would eat them too if you wanted to. Water dragons, pretty much anything would eat them. It's just, I'd say they're more designed for the blue tongue lizards, which is perfect in my case because that's what I have. I have, I think, 24 blue tongues myself. So that is perfect. Thank you, Exo Terra, for sending the snails. That worked out really well, and I highly recommend the snails as a product. So, besides the canned snails, you can also get canned silkworms, mealworms, grasshoppers, and crickets. Obviously, the crickets and grasshoppers come in like smalls and large, so it depends on what you want. But there's just a different like variety of canned foods you can actually get. And obviously, I've only tested the snails, but I'm pretty sure they would all work and they'd all be great for your lizards. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys would use these. I definitely am gonna look into getting them again. My blue tongues love them, and if my lizards like it, then I like feeding it to them. As always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.